How's it, guys? It's me again. Well, you wouldn't be expecting anyone else on my channel after all. But I've got Jayesh with me. I don't think you'll have seen Jayesh, but he's the stand-in for Prasheen here in Joburg. When Prasheen is not around, Jayesh and I go birding. We've been on a couple trips, but every time we try to film, I've done something stupid or wrong. The last time we were at Marivale, we were waiting for what were we there for? Slatey. Oh yes, we went to see the Slatey egret, and he didn't show up. But we did get a African rail, which was quite cool. And then Jayesh went back and he got like award-winning pictures of the African rail 2 weeks later with his new lens. And he'll probably show off today some point. We're just making a day trip to the Pilanesberg. It's just going about 20 to 7 now, and we're about 15 minutes out, so we will be inside the park, by about 5 to 7, or just about there. The sun is just coming up, so we heading towards winter now in South Africa, so the sun does get up a bit later, and actually that allows for a little bit of a later start than you would have to do in the summer when the sun is up like 5:30, 5:45. So it's a whole hour or so later now in the winter, and the veld is getting a bit drier, and it will thin out. So compared to the summer trips I did in December, the visibility in the veld will be much better. Obviously, because it's colder, the birds will take a bit longer to warm up and get going. So the bird sightings early in the morning aren't that great, but we could make up for that with some big cat sightings. As it is colder and it stays a bit darker for a little bit longer, you could get big cat sightings more frequently than you would in the summer when they just sleep during the day. So we left Johannesburg around 4:45, and it is about a 2-hour drive to get to the Pilanesberg. So the Pilanesberg is one of the parks that you can get to and do these day trips regularly, I'd say, because it's not the furthest park, and it's got big vibes, so it's always good to make these day trips out. So yeah, hopefully this is Jayesh and my first trip to the Pilanesberg, so hopefully I can show Jayesh some good sightings and not just rhino and zebra and elephant. Although I take rhino, I haven't seen rhino in a while. When we were in the Kruger, Prasheen and I saw one rhino away in the distance. So I think Pilanesberg is generally better to see white rhino. We see them on most of the trips that I do. There's a couple spots that you have to get to see them, and generally we see elephants as well. So hopefully we get to see at least those 2 of the big 5. If we're lucky, we may see a bit more, and then we're going to spend some time in the hides. We're just going to get in now. I've got a route planned out, so that gets us to coffee time around 9:30, either at the Fish Eagle Hide or Mankwe Dam, and then we'll check in again when we're having coffee, and then we'll catch you up on what we've seen. Hopefully we've seen a lot by then. Hello guys, so we're in. We had a bit of a delay at the gate because someone forgot their ID number, the car registration number. Then it wasn't me, it's the person in front of me. I know my stuff off by heart. So Jayesh has set up in the back seat as the Uber passenger. I told you all I'm starting up a Uber Wild van. Prasheen was our first customer. There's Jayesh is the second customer. So yeah, we're gonna do a quick loop. Now it's just going about 20 past 7, so that delay cost us about 20 minutes. Already saw a nice rhino midden, so maybe we'll see the rhino and where he is, and hopefully we'll see some elephants pretty soon. Okay, cool. We in and we driving and we gonna be taking photographs. You can actually hear him gripping the grass, okay? Yeah. So, one of the symbiotic relationships, these guys need shorter grass. They like to have shorter grass, so they graze with the zebras, and zebras will cut the grass to like a certain level, and these guys will come through and chomp up. Okay, so obviously the thing to do with coffee in the bush is dipper Oma. Oma is the brand of rusks, but I always find it funny because Oma also means grandmother, so their slogan is dipper Oma, which would literally mean dip your grandmother, dip your grandmother. Okay guys, so we had our coffee break and we're off on the next part of our drive on Monkwe Way. So Monkwe Way is, I think, one of my favorite roads to drive in the Pilanesberg almost at any time of the day. Generally you see a lot on this road, and it's also therefore one of the busier roads in the park. But today has been quiet so far, hey? This morning we haven't really seen much, except a few zebra and giraffe and wildebeest. But you never know. Come around the next corner and we may see something that's interesting. Jay, what are you doing? Hey guys, so in a bit of a roadblock here. Well, there's 3 cheetah cubs, or recently separated from their mom, sub-adult cheetah in the distance. So we can't see them with the naked eye, but I don't think we'll be able to, get any photos or anything like that. Okay, you can see the one at the front is going deeper in now. So yeah, they're moving a bit deeper in now. So I think the view is actually going to be even worse in the next half an hour or so. But I think we did see them, and it counts as a sighting, I guess. Apparently there's only like 10 cheetah in the whole park. They find it very difficult in the park because of the density of leopards in the park, and there's about 50 lion as well, so they do find it a bit more difficult So you can see just Jay, the one is just behind there. It's coming into the open now. I'll move forward, then you'll be able to see it. So yeah, cheetahs are one of the more threatened cat species in South Africa or Southern Africa. Well, in the world as a whole. There's a theory that they went through like a genetic bottleneck about 10,000 years ago, and because of that, the gene pool is not very diverse, so they are susceptible to diseases and inbreeding. So a lot of these game reserves and national parks will have cheetah exchange programs where they do rotate the cheetahs from time to time, just so that the genetic diversity is more well spread, and you get a little bit more of the diversity going through. So the roads are in a bit of disrepair. This pothole will chow a few tires, I'm sure. Guys, so we are at the Mankwe Hide. The last time we were here, there were zebras running out in front of the hide. I'll actually do a link to the video that has it. So they've had some good late summer rains that's picked the water level up quite nicely. The last time I've seen the dam so full was probably 2018 or so. So this is good for the winter, which is now going to be drier, and the water will actually stay through the winter, and the animals will actually have a nice source of water to drink. Hey guys, so quick stop at the Mankwe Hide, and we're off again. I think we're just going to grab lunch at the next stop that we make at Rotlokwa, and see what else we can see. Okay guys, we at Rotlokwa Hide, and there's elephants drinking the water again. I don't know if you remember, in December one of the elephants actually stuck his head over the fence as I was filming, and I had a bit of a close encounter. This time they're a bit further away. Okay guys, so we just saw one of the probably more rare sightings in the Pilanesberg. Only the second time I've seen a buffalo in the park, and the previous time was with Heinrich on a drive. So this is the first time that I've seen a buffalo by myself. And it was rather strange because he's all the way up here near the Lenong hide. So we went to the viewpoint, the Lenong viewpoint, and we stopped to take in the view, and then coming back down, just as we hit the sort of paved road again, we came across a lone buffalo, a Daga boy, making his way almost up the mountain and across the top of the mountain. So I think it's a pretty rare sighting. If you don't know the Pilanesberg that well, the buffalo in the Pilanesberg are actually known as the ghosts of the Pilanesberg, because they are sighted so rarely So when you do sight them, it's actually almost as exciting as seeing a leopard or a lion. So Jay, you are privileged to have seen
This is my luck.
It was your luck. Hey guys, so we're making our way out of the park. It's just gone about 4:15, so we want to get out by about 4:30 so that we're doing most of that one section of road in the sunlight still. A good day in the park, a good break from the routine. I think if we didn't come to the park, Jayesh would probably have been in Marivale getting birds. Didn't get much opportunity to shoot today. The buffalo was a good sighting, and then a few elephants and a few rhino, giraffe. But other than that, yeah, the birding is still, I'd say, okay. Not many of the colorful birds. A lot of the one species of flycatcher. I think it's a Marico flycatcher. I'll have to double check that. We saw several of them, all together. Oh, here's a rhino. So we're just getting one last rhino sighting in before we leave the park. Yeah, I think the water levels are very encouraging to see. Mankwe Dam is quite full up. When we came in, I think it's twin dams that we stopped at, also quite nice and full. So at least getting through the winter won't be too bad for the animals. They'll have their water sources, and of course I'll probably come through a lot more times in June and July. We went past one leopard sighting just on our way out now, but I think we were just about maybe 10 or 15 minutes too late. Apparently the leopards had been playing on the side of the road and then moved up a copy and then out of sight, so there were quite a few cars just waiting for them to possibly reappear. And we also had that cheetah sighting of the 3 young cubs that have just recently separated from their mum, and they seem to be on the move which was good, but quite far away in the distance. Jay, I don't know your feelings of the day.
Yeah, so all in all, I think a good day out. I enjoyed it. Highlight for me was the buffalo that we saw at the top by the Lenong ride. First time I've seen buffalo in the Pilanesberg. Like you said, they known as the ghosts because they're so tough to find here. Disappointed we didn't get to see more big cats, but we had a good day out anyway. Yeah, the birding was also. I've got a few new species to tick off my list, so always a good day. Got some practice in with the new lens as well, so super happy about that. And yeah, bring on the next trip.
Oh yeah, so just to add to that, we are in the Kruger next weekend. Prasheen is flying in, so Prasheen and his substitute will be in the car together, warping some space-time continuum there. So he's flying in on Friday, so we have to wait for that. And then Saturday we'll probably do a trip to the aloe farm, which is I'll probably document it as well. It's one of the seasonal things we do up here in Johannesburg. And then Sunday we've got an early start and we're in the Kruger again. Prasheen and Jayesh are doing the luxury 5-star or 7-star, I'm not too sure how many stars there are there. And I'm doing the tented camps and rest camps in the Kruger itself. So 2 contrasting experience in the Kruger in the early winter, and hopefully 4 days that will be good for both of us. But yeah, a good day in the Pilanesberg, a good day trip. I like doing these day trips. I haven't done one this year so far. This is the first one I've done this year. Last trip was in December when I got the leopards and had a good 3-day stay. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to actually come out and do a day trip to the Pilanesberg. But now with the sun rising a bit later, I can come through and get in, just after sunrise, and the sun is not too harsh, so we can actually, do photography till about 9, 9:30, and then take a late morning breakfast stop. Yeah, so we're just gonna get to Manyane Gate now and head on out.
He's got shirt on.
He's got shirt on. I made sure. Okay, start again.